Avengers Infinity War just came out, and I have to say, tonight, shit just got real. Hello everyone, this is a new popcorn bucket I got for seeing Avengers Infinity War and a movie bill from Regal. This is a spoiler review. Again, if you want to see a non-spoiler review, click the link below. You can check it out on my Frederick Lopez channel. I have reviews on all 3 Avenger films, including a non-spoiler Infinity War video. Okay, spoiler. If you haven't seen it, don't watch beyond this point. Last warning. Thanos kills Loki at the beginning. Hulk fights him and it's nothing. It's nothing to Thanos and just humiliates Thor and kills all those Asgardians that got away in Thor Ragnarok. This movie has high stakes, and I have to say, they should just let the Russo brothers direct every Marvel film and let Patty Jenkins direct every DC film. Seriously, the Russo brothers knock it out of the park. I love this. The stakes are high, it's serious, while still having moments of humor. I liked it better than Age of Ultron. That film disappointed me, and I was looking forward to this being better. And I have to say, me personally, this is my favorite Avengers film so far. And that's even with the ending. But before I get to that, crazy moments. Shit happened, stakes were high, people died. A lot of people. As a matter of fact, half the freaking universe died. And that ending was crazy. I haven't been that shocked about a movie ending since The Matrix Reloaded, where it just like ends where you think it's halfway through the movie. You're like, no, what? What? Question mark? Like, it ends there? What? Leaves a lot of questions to be answered in part 4, and it's going to be a long wait until the conclusion. But I love this film. It's a grand spectacle and an event of a lifetime. The first film to be completely shot with IMAX cameras and 2D digital IMAX cameras. The first film, of course, motion picture film, was The Dark Knight, and then other Hollywood movies started doing it. And now, 10 years later, we have Avengers Infinity War. I love it, and it's also a nice love letter and culmination of the past 10 years of the MCU, of Marvel Studios. I like how each and every character interact with each other, how they meet each other for the first time. Doctor Strange and Iron Man were just funny. And yeah, my only cons before I continue. The pacing was a little bit slow in certain moments where it felt long, but it was more so the jokes. It had a lot of jokes, but it wasn't eye-rolling jokes. It just really... I kind of know it's for levity, but it really kind of stalled the film. Every time we get action-packed and intense, we have moments with characters telling jokes and in different scenarios. And it really kind of slowed the film down. But one thing I have to say, this film juggled a lot of characters in one film, and it didn't quite meet my expectations. It was a bit underwhelming, but that does not mean it's a bad film. Before I go on to a spoiler review, I give it a 4.5 out of 5. That is my score. It's a near perfect film. There's some moments that were 4, but after that ending, 4.5 out of 5. It's my top 5 Marvel films. And the highlight of this film is Josh Brolin as Thanos. He's a villain with motivation. You can understand why he's doing what he's doing. He thinks he's doing the right thing. Some of the best villains do that. But I don't think he is the best comic book villain or villain, movie villain. I still think Heath Ledger as the Joker is stronger, as well as some others. But he's definitely up there. And he is amazing. He is the first true villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It makes all other villains seem like a joke. He really does. I love the beginning. Pepper Potts and Tony Stark. Yeah, that footage looked like it was shot for Avengers 4, they said, and it was in 3, so who knows. But, yeah, seeing the characters interact. Another con I had that I didn't mention in my non-spoiler is that the Hulk, he couldn't Hulk out. I don't know what happened there. He somehow can't do it. It's like performance issues. I don't know. That kind of bummed me out, because I'm like, why doesn't somebody punch or just piss off Bruce Banner and get the Hulk out? I don't know. That just bothered me. I did like him in the Hulkbuster scene. Grand action. Epic movie at its finest. Peter Dinklage as the Giant. Oh my god, that was amazing. Stan Lee's cameo as the bus driver. Man. I love it where Ned's there. And he's like, distract them. He's like, holy shit, we're all gonna die. That was such a funny moment. And Peter Parker referencing aliens as a pop culture reference, much like Empire Strikes Back in Civil War, was great. I also like how it continues after Civil War and about 4 years after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It really is the culmination of all these films. A brilliant, brilliant movie. That fight with Thanos, any fight, confrontation with Thanos is just intense. Gamora. Yeah, Gamora's death. The Vision. Half the universe dying was just like a holy shit moment. Like, that was just ballsy. This is the first movie where it was truly just ballsy, high stakes, and shit happened in this, and I loved it. It felt like there was real stakes in this. Nobody dying and coming back, even though there'll probably be something with time travel in the next one. I loved it. I loved the different lackeys that Thanos had, the backstory. Iron Man with the nanite suit was pretty cool too. It's just crazy that Peter Quill fucked it up for them with the Infinity Gauntlet, but I did like that fight. When Tony Stark was stabbed, I really thought he was about to die. I was like, I can't handle this. Like, I was having flashbacks to Hugh Jackman as Logan. Like, I was like, oh no, man. No, no, no. Luckily, he survived, but that scene where they all start fading away was so intense. Him and Peter Parker there. Oh my god. I almost wanted to cry. Such a crazy part. I love Thor getting his eye back, or somewhat of an eye, from the raccoon rocket. And I love him making his new weapon. That was an awesome weapon. Thor was a badass. I loved him in this. Captain America's new do. There's moments of heroism too, where there's pure dread, and then moments where you think somebody's about to die, and you each had your shining moments. Thor saving them, Captain America, each hero had their shining moments. This is a grand spectacle and one of the best Marvel cinematic movies ever made. It's my favorite Avengers. It really is. I can't wait to see where it goes in Part 4. And this may be a game changer. This is probably the most expensive film ever made. It's estimated to get like a 250 plus opening weekend. This is an epic, a modern epic, and I highly recommend seeing it if you haven't. And why the hell you're watching this video? If you've seen it, for those out there, what do you think about Avengers Infinity War? Let me know in the comments below, because it is just insane. I'm trying to recollect my thoughts. Maybe I should have done this later. It's just an intense movie, to say the least. Black Widow has blonde hair. I like Scarlet Witch and the Vision, their relationship. Again, I'm a fan of the West Coast Avenger comics, so it was nice seeing their relationship in this. Wakanda, again, the technology. That part on Titan was just insane. When Thanos started bringing down a planet, a freaking moon, I was just like, holy shit. I wish more films were this serious because, okay, comic book films have been kind of either serious or kind of medium, where it's like some seriousness, a lot of jokes, especially in the Marvel Universe. But this film brought a lot of emotion, and much like the best comics, were very, very intense, emotional, groundbreaking, and the stakes were high. And these films are so much capable of more, and I'm glad that this film kind of brought a little bit of that. Was it a bit over? Was it a bit too much? Perhaps. But 10 years ago, when seeing Iron Man, we were going crazy over that after credits scene. The Avengers Initiative. You're part of a much bigger world. And now we've seen that. 10 years later, I just never thought 10 years ago that I would see not only one Avengers film, but a film like this. And that's just great. I mean, that's a blessing in itself. It's a miracle. And I'm glad it's this good. It really is. That ending, though, was a little bit underwhelming and just like, why did they do that? And the way the credits just disappeared like dust, I'm like, man, now they're just trolling the audience. But we have Nick Fury point of view in the after credits, and Captain Marvel hinted at. So we'll have to see where it goes. It's definitely going to be an interesting phase 4, to say the least. And yeah, this film was for the ages. I mean, it was fantastic. I love the ship parts, the lackeys. And yeah, I'm surprised Doctor Strange didn't use the time stone, where it's just like, Demaru, I've come to bargain. But it was the only scenario, and I think there's more to this with the scenario of letting Thanos win. It was emotional. Oh, I almost forgot. Red Skull is in it. He's mentioned. They actually answered that when he got sucked in Captain America, the First Avenger. I love that. I was waiting for them to mention him again, and they never did, and I'm glad they did. And also, Alan Silvestri is brought back as a composer. I love his music. And yeah, I really missed him. He really brought a lot of the Avengers 1 score, and some of the battle parts kind of did sound like his Mummy Returns score. Yeah, I'm rambling here because I just saw it, so this is my initial reaction, spoiler review. You can see a non-spoiler, but let me know in the comments if there's a moment I missed that you loved, liked, hated. Just let me know and discuss the film down in the comments below. Seriously, this is spoiler talk, so you can go ahead and give away spoilers. Although, Thanos demands your silence if you haven't seen it. It's been a while since a comic book film had this much emotion. Into Civil War did it, but really, Dark Knight Rises was probably like the last one where it was really this emotionally heavy. Oh, and then Logan, of course. But yeah, it's been an interesting 10 years, but here's to another 10 years, and here's to another 100. Feel free, check out my Avengers reviews. Let me know what you thought of the film in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. This blew my mind, and it was amazing. And I could go through so much more. I may have another video going over spoilers. I may have to see it a couple more times. But just let me know what you like the most. And I love how each character had their shining moment. That's one thing I did love. But let me know your favorite moments. I also like when Thor was talking, and he's like, that's not a dude, that's a man. And Rocket's like, you're one sandwich away from being fat. And I loved how Peter Quill was just like mimicking Thor and just like mocking him. I am the captain of this ship. And he's like, are you mocking me? I love that. When Captain America and him meet, it's just like, nice haircut. And he's like, I see you copied my beard. I love that. Tony Stark calling Doctor Strange wizard. All that type of stuff. So many fun moments, so many dreadful moments. But yeah, this is one for the books, everyone. Hope everybody has a good day. And whether you've seen it or not, go ahead and watch Avengers Infinity War again.